Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. Now, happy to be joined by one of UK's newest football commits, John Young from Louisville. John, how are you?
Doing great.
You are one of the highest rated offensive linemen to come out of Kentucky in a long time. You decided to commit to UK relatively early in the process. What made you do it?
I had originally wanted to wait a little longer, but after just going on a few visits and then taking my official visit to Kentucky, I thought the time was right.
Now, you say going on a few visits. Tell people where you've visited so far.
Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, Michigan, Purdue, Louisville, and Auburn.
Now, those are some pretty good schools, including, obviously, Alabama. What is it that made you, after going to all those, want to come to Kentucky and play in your home state?
In between all those visits, I'd say I've been to Kentucky the most times. And, every time I came back to Kentucky, it felt like home with the staff and getting to know the players better and getting to know some of the guys that might join me in the class. I just knew that it was the right decision.
Well, let me talk about that. I mean, last year, Kentucky obviously had a great season, and it is setting up with this class, with you, Lexington Catholic quarterback Bo Allen, and others, to potentially be a massive class. They got five-star commit the other day. What do you think is making all this happen?
I just think that the coaching staff has been patient with recruiting, and they've gotten steadily better every year with their success, and with success comes good recruiting. And when you've got a staff like that that's so personable, they're great to be around. They don't just want to talk about football. When you come on a visit, they want to know about school and family and other sports you play and stuff like that. So, I just think with them building a family atmosphere as well as having success on the field, that just is a recipe for some good recruiting.
Now tell me, you went to a camp the other day, and you were one of the biggest stories of the camp, a national camp with a lot of linemen, and you've dominated your position. You're now playing not just against people in Louisville, but against people all over the country. How does it feel going up against these top guys and then having success?
It's just a testament to the hard work paying off. I've been working really hard since, my 8th grade year to become a really good high school football player.
I know you know it, man. Hang on just a second. You've been working since 8th grade, but still, like these, you're going up against the top guys. It's got to be fulfilling.
Yeah, it is. It's a little fulfilling, and I think what keeps me hungry is knowing that there is a next step. That after this, it's going to be SEC ball, and so if I'm not being able to beat high school kids, I'm definitely not going to be able to beat guys in the SEC. So when I go up against these top guys, I just remember that there's always a next step after this, and that I got to beat them to get to that next step.
All right, so talk to me about the next step. Lexington Catholic quarterback Bo Allen commits. They got Justin Rogers, Drew Phillips, some others. Kentucky fans who are watching this, what should they expect in your recruiting class in the coming weeks?
In the coming weeks, I think we're going to have a really big summer. I think that we're in a really good spot with some receivers, a couple running backs, and certain safety from the state as well. So I think we're in a good.
We're talking about the one whose dad was in the Nappy Roots, maybe.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Good. Now, you've kind of taken on the lead of recruiting. Is that something you enjoy doing?
Yeah, it's been great. I love being able to talk to all these guys and kind of get to know them better and see what they're thinking. And, everybody that I've talked to, I haven't talked to anybody who hasn't had, anything but good things to say about Kentucky.
Why do Vince, Stoops, Schlarman, why are they so good at recruiting?
They make you feel like family as soon as you're on campus. They've gotten me to talk with some of the other players and kind of see what it's going to be like to be part of the team. So just being very inclusive and being very wide open with the program and just not holding anything back.
Well, thank you for coming on, and thank you. Every time he does an interview, he mentions KS Bar as the place he enjoyed going on his visit.
Heading there after this. So
How awesome is this guy?